arguing, right? If you fire back at them, because when somebody starts an argument, that's like a spark.
Yeah.
All right. But what do you need for that flame to continue? It needs oil to burn, man, or wax to keep burning, man. So you're fueling their anger ego. Okay.
Yeah.
All it is you're when you give back a harsh response, you're fueling their anger ego so they can keep going, man. Okay. That's why it says. Now read that one more time.
This is Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words store up anger.
So if somebody's coming to you on some irate vibe of they want to argue, if you give them a soft response, you put out that fire, man. You put out that idea. There's no way they can argue. So what happens? They either get frustrated at you, or they walk off, or they start just saying, shouting or cursing you, man. Because you're not giving them a reason to have that anger ego burning, man. You're out in that flame. Okay? You know? That's why Yahweh Shai used to, embarrass them wicked ones of the Pharisees, because they would come to him with some trivial, examples of, what should we do in this case? And he would just, flip it back on them. Then they look stupid, man. That's why they wanted to kill him. There was even men that, when it came to the apostles, were saying, look, man, we ain't going to eat or drink until Paul's dead, man. Okay? Get a precept, man.
So Proverbs 17:28. Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise, and he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding.
Exactly. So it's best to say less, man. Alright? It's best to say less. Alright? Say
So many precepts are coming.
That's why in the courthouse they want you to stand up in court so that they can cross-examine you, and they most of the time they win when that happens. The wise person says, no, I need a solicitor. We used to do that back in the day, but people don't really do that no more.
No comment.
You know?
After everything,
Yeah.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and 10. Be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same. Be swift to hear, and let their life be sincere, and with patience give answer. If thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. Honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of a man is his fault.
Yeah, you can look at somebody talking, and you can just be watching them, just listening to them and looking at them, and they're going on one, and you can just look at them like, you a damn idiot, like you stupid, man. I wouldn't want to talk to you about anything too serious, man. But they think they're going in, yeah, and you're just looking at them like, you're dumb, man. You're actually very, very silly. Go on.
That's it with that. Another precept, Proverbs 16 and this is the 24. So lucky, there's two precepts I want to go into. Wisdom is before him that have understanding, but the eyes of a fool are in the ends of the earth. You ever looked at a person? He's got this dull look. He ain't even looking. He ain't even paying attention. It ain't the look of being focused. It's a dull look. He's just looking into the ends of the earth, just gazing.
When we was at a particular park, yeah, that particular park, I'm not going to mention no names. One of the officers come up, and he was just talking to the elder, and he looked around, because you got to be able to read spirits, and he said, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah." End of story. End of story. Get back to the elder. Because they want to cause drama. They want to rise up spirits. If one man's dealing with him, because what that such and such person on that arrest we was talking about before camp was doing, because there was no order. Yeah, that's why order's so important. He had two people on the side, and they was chiming in. Instead of them just hold their peace and let one man talk, so that they can't really say that, oh, you're causing controversy, you're causing disturbing the peace. You understand? Keep everything simple. They come, they let them do their job. You do your job. Every question they answer, it's like I was sitting there. You know, at the time I usually come with my bag. 2 officers come. Did I mention it to you?
Yeah.
And one of them was he could have been a Jake. It looked like a hammer, and he was drilling me, just drilling me. He said, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Because I'm answering all your questions." He said, "Yeah, I know." So he said, "What is that your bag?" I said, "Yeah." End of story. You understand? So get all shifty because so I said, "I'm just asking you questions." I said, "I know." He said, "I like you." I said, "I like you too."
Hey, see, that's beautiful because you were dealing with wisdom.
You know?
See,
I want to do my job. I let him do his job. Once you let them do their job, it's all right. So, like, Karen, what he's going to say?
because you could have reacted to see how most Negroes react is.
That's right.
Why are you asking me that?
Yeah.
What have I done? So you actually
They know what they're doing.
You look guilty when you're saying
They
that.
know what they're doing.
You know?
Yeah.
The way you dealt with that was.
Because they're very experienced in their job.
When Yahushua was being arrested, they couldn't tell in the garden because it was dark. They couldn't tell who's who, and he didn't hide. He actually said, "You're looking for me. I'm the one you want." You know. So that's spiritual. We're talking about with the officers, man. You know.
It's like the brother mentioned. You know, you've got these endless amounts of videos on the internet of Jake getting stopped by the police.
Yeah.
And then pulling out their phone.
Yeah.
Oh, why are you stopping me, officer? Under this law, under that law. I'm not obliged to do this. Man, just shut up and just fucking, just agree with your adversary, man.
That's the point. That's the point.
Digging a deeper hole.
This is Proverbs 16 and 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
Yeah, man, because it's at times, man, it's very easy that you get this like feeling inside where something will happen. Like it can be a very small thing or a big thing, whatever you know, but you just want to do something silly, man. But the scripture says, "He that have rule of his spirit." Okay.
That's right.
Because if you were, first of all, we're already angry and
That's right.
depressed people because we know the truth. But if we were to react to every single thing that went wrong, we'd all be dead by now.
Right.
Okay, we'd either burn out and die, or get killed, or be in prison for life or something, man. You can't react to every little thing that happens, man. You have to be able to rule the spirit.
And when a man is poor and then he becomes rich, when you're poor, you got more to lose when you're rich. So now we have more to lose because we're carrying more of a responsibility, carrying this word.
Proverbs 17, Salakia 16 and 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
Yeah, man. And there's some, like I said, there's a balance. There's some things that will just, that irks you, press your button the wrong way, rub you up the wrong way, and you're off, man. But for the majority of the time, it's best to be a man of that's slow to anger, man. Okay, because that's when you can think clearly. Anger clouds your judgment, man.
Definitely.
Like David, when he wanted to kill Nabal, right? And in the end, his wife Abigail saved him. Pretty much. And then David actually prayed to the Lord and said, "Hey, thank you, Yahweh, for keeping me from doing this evil." Because David said to Nabal, "Do something," and Nabal didn't do it. So David was like, "Well, who the hell are you? Like, I'm gonna kill you now." But that's not lawful. Just because a man doesn't do what you say, you can't kill him for that. That's not in the law. Somebody say do something and then you don't. Oh, I'm gonna off your head. No. So David actually said, "Look, thank you, Yahweh, for keeping me from committing this sin." Why? Because his anger clouded his judgment, man.
I was thinking about it because I was reading in Daniel's about the decree when Daniel the image came to Nebuchadnezzar, and the Magi's couldn't break it down. So it said he was haste. He wanted to kill the Magi's that couldn't interpret the dream, and Daniel, Meshach, and Abednego. So that was acting in haste. Daniel said, "Why is the decree so hasty?" Because he was hasty. He didn't have no rule over his spirit, and he wanted to take out all the Magi's, everyone, just because he couldn't break down that image. So that shows.
Anger does cloud your judgment. this is the only person whose anger, the only person whose anger isn't clouded, all right, is the Most High, man. His anger is what? In righteousness, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
You know, his anger is in righteousness, man. That's why we're gonna be operating under the anger of what? Or the right indignation of who?
yeah.
How shy, man. Because his judgment's not clouded, man. Alright? Anyways, continue.
Where was I? I finished with that, but there's more stuff. If you got anything, this is Proverbs 14 and 29. He that is slow to wrath is of.
Where you from? Huh? Whereabouts are you from?
The country or what?
Yeah, country, yeah.
Congo.
You're an Israelite.
Huh?
You're an Israelite. What's
Yeah,
that?
Benjamin.
You know that?
I know how you think about it. I know.
Alright. He's Benjamin.
Benjamin. This is you know, that's what Benjamin would say. I know everything.
Sound like my older brother.
Yeah, tell me.
Can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Proverbs 14 and 29.
Yeah, because you got a lot of Benjamin in Congo, man. A lot. It's not only Judah, because there's a lot of Benjamin.
See, looking at him, it's like I'm looking at him. I would have never thought that.
Now he's a Benjamin. He's a Benjamin. Yeah, a lot of them are Benjamites are from Congo.
This is Proverbs 14 and 29. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly.
There you go. Straight to the point.
Precept up.
Go on.
James 1, talking about talking. James 1:9 says, "Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh."
Yeah, so slow to speak and swift to hear, man. Okay, because there's more. You gain more by listening than by speaking. By speaking, you don't gain anything. You're putting out. But it's about how much you can take in, and you get that by what? By listening.
Yeah, and man's wrath doesn't work out the works of Yahweh. Work out his God. So even if you get ruffled, because you might be it might be even righteous indignation, and you might be even right, but you get carnal. You do something. You would always regret it, even if it's a carnal. One way or another, you're gonna regret it. You might be upset with yourself. You might be upset with the Most High. You might get away, or you might get caught. There's no good. It doesn't work out righteousness.
This is Matthew 27 and 11. And Yahushua stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, "Art thou the king of the Jews?" And Yahushua said unto him, "Thou sayest." And when he was accused of the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing.
Exactly, man. So once again, there was no need for an answer. So he ain't gonna make up something to say, man. You know, speak when needed, man. Go on.
Verse 13. Then said Pilate unto him, "Hearest thou not how many things they witness against thee?" And he answered him to never a word.
So Yahushua didn't even answer that, man. We were talking about earlier, man. When it really gets into it, man, you can't fumble the bag, man. Yeah, Pilate was saying to him, look, you know all of these guys are saying this stuff about you, right? Like, you know from what they're saying, if it's true, or if the judgment doesn't go in your favor, you know you're gonna die because of this, right? You know, like, these guys have something over your head right now. And Yahushua didn't even say anything. He just kept silent. And that's the same attitude and way we're gonna have to act when we're brought before the princes, man, and the kings of this world, man. Why? Because Yahushua said, I will give you what to speak, man. Okay? But if it's silence for a period of time, you gotta just remain silent, man. You ain't gotta say anything.
You know what? It's like that really takes discipline. Because you gotta imagine it. People are gonna be coming up to you. Because we're approaching that time. You're this. You're a rapist. You're this. You're that.
Yep.
Well, since you said that, hold Matthew 24 and 7. real quick. You know?
That was a good point you said there. It takes discipline because that's what the Most High did give it. He's training us for that. When these little things, with little dramas, what you see, or people looking at a certain funny or saying certain thing, and we react in the right way, that's building us up. That's building us up for bigger things that's coming.
Yeah, start at verse 8.
This is Matthew 24 and 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. When shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you?
So after the pestilences, and we're seeing the beginning of the pestilences, the coronavirus and all these other things, okay, after that, what did it say?
They shall deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you.
Exactly, so after this, the next step for us is what? The chip and then and persecution, man. Okay, so we're going to be delivered up, man. Go on.
And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another.
Exactly. So whilst we're going to be made infamous, being famous for a bad reason, as it were, okay, are you going to be, as you were saying, do you have the discipline to remain silent until the Lord says speak, or are you going to try and justify yourself? You know? Oh no, yeah, but what we actually meant was is that you know.
Yeah. But no. We're not gonna have to. And I know it's hard. I even get in situations where someone's saying something and you really wanna. I've spoken to you about this.
Yeah.
But I may wanna ring you about something, but it's like no.
It's not the time.
It's not the time.
Exactly. You know.
Where was it? You wanted me to carry on with many false prophets, shall I? Should I stop here?
No, stop there.
I had another good precept about James 3 and 2. For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in the word, the same is a perfect man. For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in the word, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body. Behold, we put bits in the horses' mouths, that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold also the ships which though they be so great, and are driven of fierce winds, yet they are turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth. Even so the tongue is a little member, and boasts of great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. Should I go back again, just so you can? Verse 3, James 3 and 3, behold, we put bits in the horses' mouths, that they may obey us, and we turn about their body. Behold also the ships, which though they be so great, and are driven of a fierce winds, yet they are turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth. Even so the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. The tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature.
That's why Yahushua said it's not what goes in, and you know Christians will use this to say, see, you can eat pork and stuff, but it's not what goes into a man, but that which cometh out, man. Because what you speak with your tongue is really the meditation of your heart, man. As David said, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart, man. Because the words that come out of your mouth come from where? The meditation of your heart, which is what's in your mind. That's why David said, let that be acceptable in thy sight, my strength and my redeemer. Because if it's not acceptable in the sight of the Lord, that's going to be your destruction, man. You know?
So is the tongue among members, that it defileth the whole body, and set on fire the course of nature, and is set on fire of hell. And for every kind of beast and birds and serpents and things in the sea is tamed, and have been tamed of mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison.
That's why, because it doesn't matter how much you try to be under order or something, it's like, if you want to say something, there's always that burning itch to get it off your mouth, man. You know, like, I have to say this. You know, but when you come in the truth, you learn, man, that no, man. Sometimes, even though you might want to say it, it's not the time for it to be said. Or the spirit doesn't want that, man. Because a lot of guys, they act against the spirit when it comes to teaching. Like, for example, we started out with a certain topic, and the spirit kind of shifted it, man. Now, if you force the spirit to talk about what you want to talk about, that ain't gonna come out right, man. Because that's not what the Lord wants, man. Okay? You know?
But the tongue can no man tame, it is unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Therewith bless we power, even the Father, and therewith curse we men, which are made after the similitude of the Most High. Out of the same mouth proceed blessing and cursing, my brethren. These things ought not so to be. Doth a fountain send forth at the same place sweet and bitter? Can the fig tree, my brethren, bear olive tree berries? Even a vine figs, so can a no fountain both yield salt water and fresh? Who is as a wise man and enjoyed with knowledge among you? Let him show out of the good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom.
That's it.
When it was going into, when we were reading James 3 and 4, it was saying, behold, also the ships which though they be so great and are driven of the fierce winds, yet are they turned about a very small helm whichsoever the governor listeth. So when a ship is turned, it's a massive ship, it's great, like the Titanic, but what's moving it? A little wheel, a tiny little wheel. And that's how the tongue is, it's the smallest member, but it has so much power. What comes out of your mouth is, many kings have fallen by what came out of their mouth. Many people have fallen, many people have died by the words that come out of their mouth. So the tongue is a very powerful thing.
This is Matthew 12 and 34. O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh.
Yeah, so if you meditate on wicked things, that's what's gonna come out, man. That's why they say to know if a man, what's really in a man's heart, man, or in a man's mind, get him drunk. When a man's drunk, that's when the filter and the acting barrier is broken down, man. You know? So when a man's drunk and he starts speaking, you know what's gonna come out, man. In Latin, in wine veritas, in wine is truth. You don't start speaking everything that's true, or everything that's inside of you. You may have things that you don't meant to do, or inside of you that you don't meant to see. When you drink that, you learn that comes out. It really gives you confidence. But it really breaks down the acting barrier. That's what it just shows you your pure self, man. The no acting, no
Public
glam,
persona.
no glitch, no nothing, just the raw you. You know?
Have you seen that video, Slakia? There's a video that I got it from one of you guys on WhatsApp. But the woman, she goes up and she's preaching in Harvey's and Barrett's. What's that place called over in America? That big shop. And this is one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. I love the video. And she's just cursing out there. She's an Edomite, but she's cursing out another Edomite. Calling them all kind of names. But the point of it is, the public persona gone, because she looked kind of dignified. You know, some of them Edomite, dignified looking women. But she looked dignified. She's pure expletive. You motherfucker, fuck you. Like, she's almost like one of them wicked niggas, but she's an Edomite. So it's just like, it's just funny. One of my favourite videos ever. Public persona, man. Out the window.
More precepts on the same mountain. Ooh, load of meat on this. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus, chapter 28 and 9. A sinful man disquieteth friends, and maketh debate among them that be at peace. As the matter of the fire is, so it burneth. A sinful man disquieteth friends, and maketh debate among them that be at peace.
Yeah, man. So it's people just be chilling and cool, man. And you know that's how I used to say this all the time, man. That you follow your dad to his friends' cookouts and stuff, man. And everybody's cool. Then there's always just one guy that brings up a controversial matter, and that sparks the whole debate. And then they're drinking, and they try to take it out on Domino's, and then Domino's gets violent, and then they start fighting with each other. Like, what are you doing? But it all happens from somebody trying to, throw a spanner in the works. Go on.
As the matter of the fire is, so it burneth, and as a man's strength is, so is his wrath. And according to his riches, his anger riseth, and the stronger they are to contend, the more they will be inflamed. And a hasty contention kindleth a fire, and a hasty fighting sheddeth blood. If thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. And both of these come out of the mouth.
Exactly. So you got the power to spark something up, all right, or to be like, nah, man, we ain't gonna go there, man. But some people, like, there's actually clubs that set up to argue, man. Like Speaker's Corner and that.
Oh yeah.
Debating societies, man. They actually go there. They get a kick out of it, man.
That's crazy.
Like, we know we're coming with our thing,
Yeah.
and after today, we're not changing. You're coming with your thing, and you're not changing. But let's argue. Like, that's what it is, man. That's keeping the fire going, as you say. Go on.
Curse the whisperer and a double tongue, for such have destroyed many that were at peace.
So say another. Say another.
A backbiting tongue have disquieted many, and driven them from nation to nation. Strong cities have it pulled down and overthrown the houses of great men. A backbiting tongue have cast out virtuous women and deprived them of their labours. Whoso hearkeneth unto it shall never find rest, and shall never dwell quietly.
Yeah, man. So if you listen to somebody that's a backbiter, man, you're setting your own self up for failure, man. Okay, because at one point he's saying one thing, and then when the next guy's not there, or he's saying another, and it's like, well, that's not the same story, my guy. Like, you weren't saying that when he was around. But then you still listen to that as counsel, man, you gon' mess yourself up. Alright? That's why the scripture says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, man. Okay? People that are always changing their mind, that's a woman's thing, man. A woman will say one thing and 5 minutes later she's changed it, man.
Indecisive.
And it's like, you gotta come to terms with, like, that's just how they are, man. But as a man, if you say something, I should be able to hear that, and it's like, if I come to you next week, you're going to have that same, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why the scripture, I forgot what one it was, it said, let thy words be the same. Don't change it. Don't say one thing 1 minute and change it completely.
Yeah, and that, when you home that in on the doctrine, that's what the scripture says, be not given unto them, that's unto change, man. I was like,
Mention it, then give it to change.
Give it to change, man, yeah. Because it's like, if you change one thing, okay, yeah, we got this wrong, well, then what else did you get wrong? Because you were so confident about this one, and now you changed the story. So what else is there then?
Can I just add to what you just said about the indecisive women? That's another thing that Esau's given. The saying is, it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind. That's all to fuck up a man's head.
Yeah.
That's all Esau feminism shit.
Yeah.
In the kingdom, fuck all that bullshit.
Right.
We ain't gonna have that.
We change our mind on them anytime we want.
Exactly. That's why in fact, look up where it says, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Because anything else other than that is wickedness, man. It's evil, man. Alright? And as the brother was saying, man, we live in a world that's very, around the back, man. You always want to make things long. Like, direct communication is just best, man.
That's the best way to be.
It's the best way to be.
And that's heavy because the conversation that us brothers were having.
No, let me just say something.
That was a direct conversation.
That was direct.
Because there's this, the Benjamite Judah, but a man with testosterone. Let me just say this, right? With this woman, because when I was doing my mini cabin, I learned a lot about troubles of people, problems people go through. And he wanted these things. He wanted to get his rocks off. Yeah, you're a man. So the woman now, is all everything all ready, everything nice and thing ready to go. The woman changed her mind. You just look, get out the fucking yard. Come out the yard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not all that thing is all Esau's thing.
Yeah.
He said, me not beg the woman for no pussy.
Yeah.
Move out the yard, and he kicked her out of the yard. He told me this, I was the driver, but back in when man was a bit more manly, because every generation goes a bit more weak, man never accepted all that woman's prerogative to change her mind and all that. Come in with a wedding dress, just put on the wedding ring, I don't want to get married no more. Fuck up a man's head, man. It's lucky, bring it out.
Sorry.
This is Matthew 5:37. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil.
Yeah, so just be direct, man. You know? Yay, yay, nay, nay.
That's right, man.
That's it, man. Yes and no. Because when you have all of these ultimatums and possibilities and stuff, man, people read you wrong and then you get, oh yeah, but that's not what I said. Like Chinese whispers, man. By the time you go around the whole circle, the original thing that was said is completely different now. Because, no, man, just be direct, man.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's part of being austere, man. Saying it as it is. If Yahushua wasn't austere with the disciples, man, how could they have become apostles, man?
That's right, man.
Because to be a disciple means what? To be under discipline, man. Alright? So you're gonna have to be told as it is, man.
That's right.
Like when you're teaching a child maths, right? 1 + 1 is 2. You don't debate with that child. You tell them.
That's right.
That you get it. This is 1, and you get a next one. Now you have 2.
Yeah.
You don't start. Oh well, in your opinion, is it 3 or is it what? No, man. It is what it is. Because that's the truth.
That's right.
Okay.
So when the woman thing again, when the man then with the woman, and you take her to dinner and all that thing I used to do, I don't fucking do it no more, and all that, and you know what, and you. and you're wondering if you're gonna get your things and all that shit, right? But I don't want to get angry. But that's all. That's all.
Yeah.
What you're alluding to.
But you know what? We don't talk about women too much, man. But the thing with women is this, man. Women like it, but when you pay a woman attention, they don't like it, man. You got to be mean to women.
I have noticed that.
All right, because
I've noticed that.
yeah, because when I was meant to, this. I was talking to you about it, man. Yeah, she was like, alright, well, let's go to dinner then. I said, alright, cool. And then this morning, I can't make it, we have to reschedule. Okay, whatever, man, I don't care no more. And she was like, oh, you don't care? Yeah, I don't care. What do you mean to start crying or something? So when you don't pay women attention, man, that's when they really like you, man. Okay? Can't be into them like that, man. Because the real woman we're into is the scriptures.
That's right.
Okay, that's why when there may be some days where it's like you feel tired or whatever, man, and you're not really feeling the spirit. That's when you really want to be begging this woman, man, or baby, don't leave me, man. This is the woman you want to be begging, man. Ain't no woman in the world, man. She had like 5 guys before you, and then she's like, oh, I think this is not working out, love. I think we're done. And you there's a man crying over her, man. Let that whole go, man. The woman you don't want to leave or to leave you is Sophia, man. Is the wisdom, man, of the scriptures. Okay? That's why the scripture says, take thy Holy Spirit from her, man. Okay? Because once this woman's gone, she, more than likely she ain't coming back. You got something? Not quite. Where were we at? This one? Yeah, get that. Yeah, I got it. Alright, bring this up first.
This is
And they gonna clip that.
No, it's a completely different priest.
Are you sure?
It's Proverbs 8, wisdom crieth out in the streets, but it wasn't really relating to
Alright,
it.
cool, yeah, go and get this thing. Matthew 5, yeah.
So Matthew 5:37. So it says, but let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil. Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other